You directly join.
Yes, it is automatically done.
Okay.
Just ask me when you finish program.
Okay. Okay, because it will. Hello, Ahmed. Are you there? Ahmed, are you there?
Yeah, yes, sir. Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah, good afternoon. So, you have joined this course as a credit or as a audit?
Sir, for credit, sir.
Okay. You are from which university?
Central University of South Bihar, sir.
Okay, okay. So, in a minute, we'll start the session formally because we
Okay,
are
sir.
given the time 3 o'clock. So, we'll wait till that time. Then we'll formally start the session.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm talking about data, sir. Like case study में जो data आपने use किया.
Yeah. I will provide this everything that codes, data,
Okay.
everything. I will be providing. Most probably by this week, I will give you the slides, everything.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thanks.
Yeah, for the coding and everything, script file, everything I will share. Hello, Ashish. So, hello and welcome to everyone to this live session on the course of Financial Econometrics. So, Ashish, are you there? Ashish, are you there?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. So, very warm welcome to everyone. So, this is the first live session we are going to have about the course on Financial Econometrics. And hopefully, most probably, we will be having more live sessions after the certain weeks gap we will take. So the prime purpose of this live session is that any of the participants, if they have any question, specific question or any difficulty about understanding the course, then here the my work is to come in and try to resolve that issue either in terms of understanding the particular concept or about the coding. So that's the thing. However, I will take a little diversion. So what I will do, I will introduce the course once again in the live interactive session briefly. and what are the things we have covered till now. Then we will take up the questions or queries. So let me share, though you might have seen this in the first introduction video. However, here a little bit again, I will try to cover this thing here. The introduction of the financial econometrics. So what basically this? What is the financial econometrics and why we are concerned? So to understand this, let us first discuss about what is econometrics. See, econometrics, if you go the literal meaning of this word, is basically we try to measure the economic variables or economic phenomena. Yeah, that's the basically the literal meaning of econometrics. Then the question comes if you see any other subject, for example, physical sciences or sciences, we have only one subject which is enough to measure. For example, if we wanted to measure the distance, so we have the length that is enough. However, that is not possible in economics. We have to develop a separate branch which is not a unique one subject, rather than it's a combination of primarily three different subjects. One is statistics, another is mathematics, and third one econometrics, for which purpose we have basically integrated those two subjects. That's why it needs the more than little expected effort to understand this, because we have to understand statistics, we have to also understand the mathematics, and we have to also understand the economics. Then only basically we can understand properly what is econometrics, how to use it, how to interpret, where to use it, and where to not to use. So that's for a little bit it becomes little difficult here. So overall, that's the basically concept about econometrics. And the purpose here, the basically we have the twofold. One purpose we have to establish the relationship, to measure the relationship between economic variables, or to estimate the relationship between the two variables. So that's the basically one purpose we have, or we can say in offhand that is the half of the purpose. Because once we establish the relationship in economics, especially, we wanted to go beyond that estimation. We want to use that estimated model or estimated relationship to forecast about the future. And primarily, if you see whether it's macroeconomic model, whether the financial econometrics, any aspect if you take, the purpose is to use this estimated model to predict about the future. For example, let us say if you are forming the macroeconomic model, then the idea is, let us say, the relationship between GDP and investment. So we wanted to estimate the relationship between GDP and investment. That is how the investment affects the GDP. So once we estimate that, then we wanted to see this. Let us say if I increase the investment, then how it is going to affect the GDP. That's the second purpose we have. And in most of the cases, we wanted to fulfill both these purpose. That's what we know as the model building. Now, if we take that example from the financial econometrics, so here the basically purpose, for example, we wanted to see whether the efficient market hypothesis, what is the basically concept, in the coming lectures we will be discussing detail. So efficient market hypothesis basically says that uh, the information of the current or the present market is efficient to reflect all the available situations of the financial market. And once every information is out, then it means every participant of that market has the equal information. So no one has any advantage and no one can take benefit of information asymmetry. That's what we mean by the efficient market hypothesis. So we estimate the model, whether it is efficient or not. So that's not the only purpose. Then we take or we use this model. If the market is not efficient, can we predict the future prices? Or is there anyone who can manipulate this market, who can take advantage of such information which is specific to him? If that is the case, then regulators have to come into the picture and they have to look what I can do so that information is passed to everyone and equal information and efficient information to everyone so that market is efficient and no one can manipulate. So that's, we can take example in the financial market. Then the next question comes, if that is the case, then within econometrics, why we need a special course or branch of the financial econometrics? The problem is that the most of the economic data we have and the financial data we have, there is a very contrasting effect we have. In most of the economic or the macroeconomic variables, where do we assume that the data is normally distributed and it follows a certain distributional characteristics. Based on that assumption, we only formulate the statistical models or econometric models. However, it has been observed that in the financial data, we do not have such property. Rather, most of the assumed property are violated when we do have the financial data. Then the people started searching if that is the case, these established models can't be used for the financial data because it will give us the distorted inference or it will give us the misleading inferences. Then what is the way out? Then there was the two approach we can take. Either we do such changes in the data that it becomes like the other data, or we develop the econometric model in such which incorporates such inherent characteristics of data. So if we change the data, that means we are basically changing the characteristics or the phenomena which is happening in the financial markets or the financial economics broader sense. So that option is not a good idea to have that. Then that means now we have to develop different models or we have to tweak the model so that we can take the financial, uh, we can incorporate this data, we can analyze this data with its inherent characteristics. So that's basically led us to financial econometrics. So here, most often, it's not exclusively we have only the financial theory. Even we take the mainstream economic theory to use. So, but largely the financial theory, statistics, and we combine that to predict the financial market or to predict the instrument behavior of the markets. So that's what we have taken the financial econometrics we have. Uh, then what are those special characteristics which have? One of the special characteristics what we have the fat tails or extreme values. So it returns deviates from the normal distribution. Whereas if you see the OLS or other economic models, the first assumption we assume that the data is normally distributed. However, here we have the data which is basically not normally distributed. So we can't use those established data, statistical theory to here. Then we have discussed about the volatility clustering in detail earlier also. You might have seen the introductory video lecture. Then we have the non-stationarity. So basically when we have the non-stationarity, that means data we have in detail we have discussed when we have started with this time series video lecture. So non-stationarity means basically as time passes, the characteristics of data is also changing. There is the two aspect of that, the strict stationarity and the weak stationarity. Strict stationarity, what you assume that if the data is stationarity, that means every aspect of the distribution is consistent over time. That means if we change the location of time, then the distribution of the data will not change. However, in the real world, that is not possible. Rarely we will have such situation where the every aspect of the distribution is not changing. However, then we have the weak distribution, weak stationary concept where we say not all the characteristics of the data distribution, but the certain characteristics it not changing. For example, mean, variance, and covariance. So at least these are time invariant. Time invariant means if you are changing the location of the time, it is not changing. Basically, if you don't have this, we will not have the concept of ergodicity. If we don't have the concept of ergodicity, then we cannot use a time series data to predict about the population. That's the basically idea we have. Therefore, we assume that to build a model which is based on a time series to talk about the population, that is only possible when we have the stationarity data. However, it has been often observed the financial data are non-stationarity by nature. Then correlation structure, often it has been observed what we call the animal spirit. Keynes says that it is animal spirit. Often in market moves, there will be co-movement in the. So if the and the co-movement we can expect at the two level, at national level, at international level. Nowadays in the globalized economy, even the international level is something happening into the US market, Indian market most probably will be get affected. So there is the correlation of that. Uh, and within the market, if one asset is changing or there is a variation in one asset, the other asset will could also change. So there is the correlation. However, if you have any familiarity about the OLS, there we do assume that there is no correlation between the explanatory variables. However, here we cannot say about that. So these are the certain things which we have assumed and we have developed the OLS or other statistical models. However, here in this financial data, we do have often these characteristics. Because of these things, we there have been the development altogether a different subject within the econometrics, what we call the financial econometrics. So here the basically we talk about the risk management and volatility modeling, test financial theory, the market efficiency, asset pricing, and portfolio optimization. All this we have discussed in the coming lectures. So till now, what we have discussed. Till now, I think Ashish, we have covered 5 weeks, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So we have covered. So the first week, basically, my purpose was starting financial econometry, where we will often use the financial terminology. So we knew that in most of the universities, they might not capture the first unit, but here my purpose was that if and someone who has not any background on the finance, they might join the course. Therefore, we have tried to give very brief introduction into the first 2 weeks about the financial terminologies, basically money market, capital market, or what is the financial system. So the idea was this: at least you people have some background about the financial terminology or financial economics. So first 2 weeks primarily is the part of the financial economics. Then week third and week four, the purpose was to at least have some background of the econometrics. And in econometrics, what we call this OLS linear regression model as the workhorse of the every modeling. Uh, you will see that most of the time, if you understand the basic OLS, you will be understand other modeling approach. There will be some deviation here and there, but often we take the reference of the basic OLS. And there is a lot of places basically we will be using this OLS itself. For example, when we test the market efficiency, that is basically nothing but the OLS. When we'll talk about the arbitrage price theory, that is basically nothing but the OLS. When we'll talk about the multi-factor arbitrage price theory, that is basically nothing but the multivariate OLS regression. So there is a lot of theory, financial theory, where we do examine, and that is primarily use the OLS. So here the idea was you will introduce this OLS. Then we have the violation of assumption. Then the core of this course because is the introduction of time series, because due to the introduction of time series, there have been huge development and applications in the financial economics and the financial econometrics. So that is the up to fifth lecture we have discussed. Now, because three of you have joined here, so now I will try to pick up the questions. So you have any query, anything within this course, even if outside of this course, I will try to help you out. If you have any query or any question, or you wanted to cover me some specific weeks, so please let me know. Then I will try to do that.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, actually, sir, everyone, sir, access of data for the case study.
Yeah. See, hopefully by next midweek, you will be able to get every slide, every data which I have used, the R script codes, everything I'll be sharing. Basically, I'm cleaning all those data and all. So most probably by next midweek, you will get everything.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sindhu, are you there?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, sir,
Yes, please.
concept way of understanding is great, but still unable to grasp some concept. So how I could go? Could you help me out?
Yeah, so sure, I am here to help you out. So, do you have in general issue to understand, or for
Like
some specific week you are facing problem?
like I understood your first 2 weeks. After that, I am unable to catch your concept. But and your teaching style are great.
Yeah, Sarvan, please go ahead.
Yes, so, and
See,
I
Sarvan,
want
you can
some. Yes, sir.
because your voice is breaking, so you can put that in chat also. If you are comfortable, you can put that in chat also
Yes.
because your voice is breaking. Dr. Santosh sir is there. So, anyone else? Sasi, Serene, Renuka, do you have any query? Or do you want to take me any particular week to cover, or any concept which you are not able to understand, or you need some kind of help?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Renuka. Yeah, welcome.
Sir, can you give us a little information more about time series modeling, that is Arima and Garch?
Yeah, that we are going to cover in the coming weeks. If you do see the course structure, so the fifth week onwards, basically the course main focus is on the time series. So we will be covering everything ARIMA. So ARIMA means AR model, MA, ARMA, and ARIMA. Then we move to the GARCH, ARCH. Then we'll cover the GARCH. Then there's some variants of GARCH I have also tried to cover.
Okay, sir. And sir, can you
Yes.
suggest us any books which actually has this topics into it? Because Damodar and Gujarati, it is a very
No,
basic
no,
book,
no.
but it does
Yeah,
not
the
cover
Damodar
all
and
the
Gujarati
topics.
is, yeah. See, I will suggest you two very good books,
Yes,
uh,
sir, please.
which is basically from the practical point of view, you will be able to get. See, for the Damodar and Gujarati is good for this OLS, or even you can read the Kotsianis econometrics books, which is quite good to understand the basic concept in the econometrics. So basic econometrics till the OLS, you can basically, I will give you the three names, which is very good, so that you can keep entire career for these three books. One is this Ramunathan econometrics book, basic econometrics. So for this OLS, it's a very good book. Or then the econometrics by the Kotsianis, that is also very good book. Till the OLS, you will find it's very interesting, very good book, and very easy language. You will be all of you will be able to understand that till OLS.
Okay.
Then this financial econometrics, this ARMA model. So there are the two aspects. One, if you wanted to theoretically be sound, then there is the time series analysis by AC Harvey. So that
Time series
that is very
analysis by
AC Harvey.
Harvey. Okay.
Yeah. So that is very interesting, good from the theoretical perspective to understand.
Okay.
Then from the practical perspective, there is the book by econom Financial Econometrics by Chris Brooks. Chris Brooks.
Chris.
Brooks.
Okay, sir.
So that is the, and if you, that Chris Brooks basically covers a lot of things in the financial econometrics. Then if you are very interested in ARIMA, that is ARMA and ARIMA modeling, forecasting, then there is the book, this time series ARIMA forecasting by Box and Jenkins. So in that book you have, I think 32 case studies. That is very good book. That is purely for ARIMA modeling. So, and this book will be enough to cover this particular course. So overall, you can follow any basic on these two books, Chris Brooks, Financial Econometrics by Chris Brooks. That is very interesting book and very practical way they have tried to cover. And most of the things what we are going to discuss, it has been covered in the Financial Econometrics by Chris Brooks. Sindhu, do you have any query, any question? Because that is basically live session we are taking, not to deliver the same lecture which already we have shared. The primary purpose is that if anyone have any specific query regarding any specific week or anything, if you find any difficulty, we will try to help you out in that aspect. Sindhu, are you there?
Sir, did you call out my name?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you have taken this course as a audit or as a credit?
Pardon, sir, I didn't get you.
No, I was okay. Renuka, do you see you have opted this course as an optional paper, or you are taking as a you will write the exam for this course?
Sir, actually, I want to. Sir, actually, there is a noise from my background. Is it even audible to you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm able to hear you.
Okay, sir. Actually, I am a professor of economics.
Okay.
I have not yet registered for the exam, but truly I want to actually go through all the
So,
content,
ma'am,
all the
ma'am,
in-depth assessments, and go for
ma'am,
the
then there is
exam
no need to
purpose.
write your exam. Sorry to say, I thought you might have joined as a PG and or the under UG students. Sorry, because I'm not able to see that anything. So sorry for that. I thought so. It's my
It's
pleasure that
fine.
you have joined this course.
Okay, sir.
So Sindhu, are you a student or so I'm also seeing Santosh Patil, sir. So you are from which college? So anyone have any other query?
No queries, sir. Actually, I was finding it difficult to get any source material which I can also, give students during their lectures. Because Damodar and Gujarati is not having actually all the materials into it.
No, then ma'am, for the students, you can give this Chris Books book. It's very brief, concise, and very good. So basically, it generates interest among the students because they
Oh,
see the little theory, then they also see the practicals. So it interests the. Then later on, they can pick more rigorous theory and all. So for the students to be started, the Chris Brooks is the good book.
okay, sir. Okay. So
And
even
for our own understanding, yes, yes, please.
so sorry to bother you. If you can just type out these names because this all are foreign authors. So if there is a mistake with the author, it would become difficulty again for me to get the material.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. I will do.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
I will do that. So here, uh, okay, Sarwan wrote about the linear regression. So, Sarjan, I will try to cover it here, the little bit brief about the linear regression. Let me uh, tackle these questions. Ahmed wrote the Financial Times series analysis. Yes, the another good book which Ahmed has rightly pointed out. This Ruth Say is a very good book, Financial Times series analysis by Ruth Say. But Ruth say for the like for us it's very good book. Even for the students who wanted to put little effort, that is very good book. The this Financial Times series analysis by Ruth say there are the two books they have written. One is the univariate time series analysis, another is the multivariate time series analysis, and both are the very good books. Uh, for some students, it might find a little difficult. However, this introductory financial econometrics. This book is very balanced book, not too basic and not too advanced. So it's very good book. Uh, so this is very good overall. This to cover this whole course. This is very interesting book, financial econometrics. Then, if someone is try to understand for the further rigorous for that ARMA model, so I will ask to time series analysis by AC. Very old book, but it's a very good book. Then there is the box Jenkins time series analysis. Box EP box. Then there is one more author. Right now, I'm not able to recall. I will write that in the chat box, our discussion platform also. That is also very good for ARIMA. Then for the basic econometrics, there is the book by Econometrics by Rama Ramanathan. It's also very old, but it's very good book. If you read this book, you may think that because he has written before this Damodar Gujarati, so you can think of Damodar Gujarati quite similar to this book. But it's a very interesting, very good book. Lots of practical examples, lot of things they have covered this. Uh, but for the beginning of that, to understand these derivations, why we have the t test, s test, then why we do test for the assumptions, all those it's had been very interestingly explained in the econometrics by Sianis. So these are the few books which is very interesting. Overall, as a student, if someone wants to cover, then this introductory financial economics by Chris Brooks is very good. Rothschild is also very good book, little bit dense. If someone is wanted to put time, they can do that. So, anyone else, anything they wanted to say? Sarvan has asked me about linear regression. I am completely blank. Sarwan, can I ask you few questions before that? Sarwan, do you have any familiarity with mathematics or statistics little bit? Sarwan, are you there? So anyway, I think he may not be able to hear that audio. Okay, do you have any familiarity with this mathematics? I'm sorry, but really I'm not able to hear anything from your side. Anyway,
our other yes,
what
sir.
I will discuss this about linear regression. See, I'm not using mathematics here anything. I'm trying to just verbal. I will try to explain here. See, there is the when we say regression. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
See, when we say regression, so basically, see, the term regression has comes from a different connotation. It came basically, yes, please. See, basically, when we say regression, so if we try to understand the origin of the regression, then you will be able to little bit, I hope, you will be able to understand. See, the regression basically originated from the scientific science, basically where one of the scientists, he wanted to see how the height of the children depends on the height of the parents. Usually, see, that's how economics or statistics differ or challenges our common notion. We have the common notion is that if the taller the parents, the children will be taller, and shorter the parents, children will be shorter. Astonishingly, what he found that the taller parents' children will be little shorter compared to parents. On the other hand, see, exception could be there, but on in most of the cases. Similarly, shorter parents' children is little higher. However, one of the interesting thing what he found, if we take the average height of the parents and if we take the average height of the children's, both are the same. So that means if we know the average height of the children's, we can guess the average height of the parents. Basically, similar connotation here we have come. So here the concept is that these childrens are the progeny or the same or they come from the those populations, the parents. And if you take the parents average, their height and children's average height both are the same. So from here we got this idea that if we know that the average height of children's are same as the average height of parents, we can claim that these childrens are from these population. So basically same connotation we have stressed here, and what we have taken, if we have the sample data, because for example, if I wanted to see whether, let us say, the education, does it have effect on the wage rate? So to understand that, what we will try, ask everyone how much education you have and what is the wage rate you have. And we can then think or then predict the, or we regress the model, then we can do that. Okay, education has this much effect, positive or negative effect. But the problem is that it's neither the desirable by any researcher or neither is the feasibility either from the times perspective or from the resource or cost perspective that we go and ask everyone, okay, you tell me your wage and education, and we'll get the information. That's not possible, feasible. And another aspect come here, when we talk about the population, it's not that we are talking about the space population. We have to talk about also the time population. What we mean by the time population, let us say today I surveyed everyone and I established the relationship. But the problem is when we are inferring this relation is not only for today. We will generalize it for even coming future. So in that case, that means we have to also take the consideration of the population of the right now, previous, and also coming the future, which is not feasible. So that means doing study on population is quite impossible. So that's what we do. We take the sample. Now, here is the idea is that if I'm trying to establish certain characteristics of the sample, then can we say that, can we take that as an inference point to say the relationship about the population? So to do that, we have the certain restrictions. So those restrictions, those method is basically what we call the least square method. So in the regression, basically, we establish an average relationship between two variables using the sample observation, and we use that sample to make the inference about the population. For example, saving does have impact on the let us say investment has do have impact on the GDP. Now, what we do, we collect some data from the investment and GDP, and we establish the relationship, then use this to generalize that, okay, if you increase investment, GDP will increase. So here we are not doing for every observation, rather than we are averaging that, we are generalizing that, we take an average. That's the basically idea we have here. So average relations with it. Then we put the condition. How to take that average? To take that average, we have to follow a particular method. So that method, what we call the least square method. So use the least square method and do that. So what is the least square method basically we do here? In the least square, what we do mean that we minimize the variation between the actual and observed, estimated. And to minimize that, we follow the certain structure which is known as the least square method. Uh, that much I can explain without the screen or something. Sarwan, if let us say, if I give you the text, will you be able to follow that? Yes, I will try to give you the whole text hopefully. Then most probably once you go through that, even if you are not able to understand, then in the next live session, maybe I will try to cover the whole OLS again. So anyone else have any query or any question? So may I ask you few questions? Say, can anyone give me the honest feedback? Are you those who are regularly watching the videos and all? So do you find anything could be improved upon? Any response? I'm asking, do you think something would have been improved upon till now? You have seen the 5 weeks. So because I got the feedback form, so where I can observe a lot of people are telling that the questions are easier than expected, whoever is taking the exams. Anyone who is taking this the weekly exams?
Said like question should be modified like more related to like ongoing, more related to like all like financial aspects.
I did not get you. Can you repeat that question? Kindly, can you repeat the question? Ashish, do you have any query? Okay, Ahmad, I will. You are asking Arima, but did not have done practice, so please give access or link of that book. So what I can do now, that connect the real life application based problem. So what I will do now that when I'm sharing this R code and script files and data, so in that itself, I will try to put the some questions where you can use that script file and try to replicate those codes. Then see, for example, if I have done the, let us say we have taken the two stock prices and I have tried to find out the some relationship. So there I can ask you take the some other two stock prices and then see what happens in the situation. For example, if I have taken BSE 100 and to examine the efficient market hypothesis to make the inference about that. So I will put their question itself. If you take some other these things, then how you find. So I will try to incorporate some questions on those script file itself. Will that be okay for you people?
Yes, sir.
See, regarding the question, basically, I was not sure the how because when I have got the feedback, lot of people have given the questions are tough. Some of you have given the questions are as expected easier. So to try to balance that, I tried to cater, okay, not too much difficult. So let them put little bit straight so that at least they get encouraged. Because my interaction in the teaching has been that most of the people, they do have some kind of hesitation to take such courses. So my idea was to let them feel comfortable, let them think about them, let them study more about these courses. So that was the basically idea. Because most often what I observe personally, they can do that good, but they have some kind of hesitation because of the equations or the terminologies. Therefore, I put the question little bit straightforward so that they don't get hesitation about whether, because recently I got the call whether I will be able to complete this course. It seems little difficult. So basically, see the problem that here we have in economics, most of the students come, except a few universities, they don't come from the mathematics background or statistics background. They directly come to the economics, then somehow they try to cope up with these things. So keeping in those views, I try to keep the questions a little straight so that it gets encouraged. So however, I will try to put extra questions in form when I'm sharing these practical files, the script file, those things. I will try to put incorporate those questions. No, plus two level maths will be enough. Yeah, but you should have understanding up to the plus two level math. BSc level maths you have, that's the outstanding. If you don't have, even if you plus two, if you have little bit, at least differentiation, integration, statistics about when we say normal distribution, so you should know what we mean by the normal distribution. So that means the standard deviation, the covariance, code formula of the correlation. So that much will okay, will work. So who has little bit mathematics of you have, you can quickly revise the matrix and statistics and little bit about this uh, distributions, at least normal distributions or the t distribution, those things if you brush up, it will be quite easy to cover this. Erin, how I can pronounce your name? Is it okay to call you Serene? Ashish, you are from which university?
Central University of South Bihar, sir.
Okay, you are from there also. So Ahmad, you both are there.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
So do you have course on basic econometrics there?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir, yes, sir.
Then it will be easy for you people to cover. So both of you have opted as an credit, isn't it? You will write the exam and this will be part of your certificate.
Yes, sir. From Central University of South Bihar, 5 students are taken as a credit, sir.
Okay, that's great for me. Okay, that's good. So how many students are there in masters? You are from masters or undergrad?
Sir, master's students, sir.
So how many students are there in masters?
Sir, 30 students, sir.
Okay, very good. So how many people are comfortable with R? Ashish, yes, Ahmed is comfortable. Ashish, what about you?
Yes, sir, comfortable, sir.
Okay. So
Hello.
yes, please.
Sir, like we need matlab, assignment. Like when you provide us data, na sir, please provide some case study like we do self.
Yeah, see, most of the time, see, in every week, what I try to do, whatever the theory we have taken, I have tried to cover as a case study in the last lecture of that week. So if you need further, then what I will try to, once I share that, I will try to make certain case studies, which will be optional. If someone wants to do, they can do that on their
Yes,
own
sir.
using the help of that. So that I will try to do. Otherwise, after every week, after the theoretical lectures, I had given the a lecture on this case study. Using the case study, then how to do that into the R. So that's what we have done. Rahina, you have any query? First of all, welcome, because I think you have just joined now. So do you have any query or sure, you can ask. You can direct, I can say on the chat, or you can say through the mic. No issue. Okay, we have discussed about that. I will share the data. Most probably by the next week, you will have the data code, everything you will have. Yeah, sure, I will share those data. And because, okay, sure, I will do that. You are also from the South Bihar, Central University of South Bihar.
Is
Okay, thank you. Yes, Masood, welcome.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. So, any query, any question do you have?
No, sir. I didn't have any query, but is it possible to provide some study material?
See, there is the one thing that most probably because that they will provide you, will be providing kind of the whenever this notes kind of thing,
Mm.
but it will take time because there's a certain process that has to be done. After that, I can share that. Before that, I will try to share these slides. Most probably by the end of the coming week or the mid of week, you will get the slides of for every week. Then I will be sharing this RScript file, and a lot of people have asked the data, so I will be also sharing the data also. However, in some of the case studies, I have used directly downloaded the data from the website. So that I will also explain. Otherwise, I will be sharing this data directly with you people also.
Oh, thank you.
So anything else, Masood?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
And and one more, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
assignments are there now, weekly assignments.
Yes.
Uh, for there are 15 questions. In other NPTEL courses, they are given 10 questions for each assignment. So, what are the weightage criteria for each question?
See,
There
these
is
are the
15.
basically structures, these exam patterns. We do not decide.
Okay, okay,
Basically, we get from the NPL people,
okay,
NPTEL people. They decide the structure, how many questions will be there.
okay, okay.
So actually, we are bounded by that.
Oh, okay,
Even the video lectures length, because some people told it is lengthy, but we are bound that it should be minimum 30 minutes and maximum 40 minutes. So those foundations are there,
okay,
which we have to deal with.
okay, sir. No problem.
Yeah.
Thank you. What would be next session, sir? Next interactive session? On which topic you are going to plan?
See, actually, I have not planned as a topic. It's basically open for any interaction. Now, what I'm thinking, because most of the people do not have this, what I will try to next onwards, I will have the two part of the interaction session.
Okay.
One part from which basically I will try to cover the practical aspect directly here, which already it will be there, but I will also try to do here. Then the next part I will try to summarize the whole course. Then third part I will take the queries. So that's how next interaction, because I thought maybe the people will have the queries. So I will try to answer those queries. Because first thing here I'm seeing the lot of people, few people have joined and we have enough time. So next onwards, I will to try to have the three part of the live interaction session.
And today, due to my, I am a controller of examination in my college, so I have duty of that. So I could not able to join on time. Actually, I thought to join in time to
It's
your lecture.
it's okay, sir. No issue. No issue at all.
Mm.
Thank you for opting this
Okay.
course.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. Program is over. Lecture is over now. Shall we leave?
Yeah, you can leave.
Okay. Thank you,
Yes.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We can leave.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, most welcome. Sindhu, do you have any query? Because almost everyone has asked something. Aina, are you there? So thank you all joining the intercessors session. So now we'll be closing that. So thank you once again.